What's up guys, welcome to Blake's Garage. Today I got a new tool from Milwaukee Tool. They sent this thing out to me, super sick. This right here is the new Stubby, which is amazing. This thing now pumps out 550 pound-feet of torque. Today I need to bleed the brakes on the M4 real fast, so let's just pop into this thing. Some quick specs: 1.8 pounds lighter than the old version, 550 foot-pounds, and 50% faster application speed. This is just the tool only, but let me grab my half-inch version. This right here is my old half-inch Stubby. Absolutely a workhorse, and this is the new guy. So as far as sizing goes, I mean, they're pretty much the same size. Lights, we got one LED light on the front. This one has 3 lights around the front. Now, as far as changing the modes, I know that's different. So they kind of show you on here, you have to put it into neutral. Neutral is when you put the switch right in between. We got drive, we got remove, and that's neutral in the middle. So let's throw a battery into this. I got a new CP 2.5. I do like the larger ones though too, like the XC 4.0 or the new 5.0, because, well, you can stand the tool up like this. But yeah, I'll probably end up using this later. Let me go grab another battery for now that's charged, because that one's not gonna be. And then also, we are going to bust into this this new kit here, 3/8, which is so cool because I've been wanting a pack out version of this for quite some time, and well, now they have it. And I haven't had one in a 3/8 drive. I have the your normal standard sockets, but you know, I haven't had the impact rated version. And these are really nice because we got metric all the way up to actually 24 millimeter. And it doesn't look like we skip anything. So that is exactly what you want for tools. I hate it when tools skip. Now, something that's absolutely huge about this socket set is it goes from 6 millimeter, which is very tiny, all on impact, which you're not gonna wanna impact a 6. Trust me, you're gonna snap that fastener. But yeah, I'd be careful with that one. But then it goes on the standard side. We have a couple more things. So it starts at quarter, 9/30 seconds, 5/16, 11/30 seconds, 3/8, 7/16, half-inch, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, 3/4, 13/16, 7/8, 15/16, all the way up to that. And then this is really cool. We have an impact swivel, which I don't have one of these for 3/8, so that is very nice. You know, that's gonna make a huge difference on stuff there. And then we got a 3/8 inch extension, which is amazing. That thing is awesome there. And for you guys that bought this and you just have like an impact driver, right? Like for screws and all that, we have this little adapter piece, which is really nice. So yeah, it kind of sets you all up. So if you have an impact wrench or an impact driver, you can basically use this full set. And I don't know what part number this is. 49-66-6805. So highly recommend picking one of these up if you do not have one. And then this box right here was the 2862-20 for the 3/8 inch new guy, which is freaking badass. Well, let's throw a battery on here and we will rip this wheel off and see how well it does. All right, I got the XC 4.0 on here. We got it right in neutral, so I think it's a double click. And you can see we're gonna move modes. So we tap ×2, that's mode 2. Double click 2 more times, that's in mode 3. And then this one is like the, I forget what that one's called, but we'll look into that. That is for tightening and not over tightening fasteners. So that one's pretty cool. It kind of bangs it and then kind of lets off, which is nice. We're gonna go back to drive mode 1 and we will try this. I actually have 2 bars on this battery. How does this one got? This one's got 4 on here. So maybe I'll switch batteries back and forth. Go first with the old one. This is 250 foot-pounds, nut busting torque. We're in mode number 3. This is pretty much the best thing I have, guys, for trying this out. So I'll grab a 17 from this kit here. We will put it on the 3/8 of this 550. You know what? At first, let's just see what happens when I just go head to head. This one's on mode 1. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this one on mode 3, so it's the fastest. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Well, I will say my old one took it off quicker. However, I did have 4 bars on this battery. The other one I had 2. Let me get a better battery and see who wins this time. All right, I got another CP 4.0, full bars this time. Let's see on this one. Nope, that's the other battery. Full bars on this one. Let's try this again. We'll see. I mean, we're also talking 3/8 amble on the new one, and this is 1/2 inch, so that could make a bit of a difference there. See, 1, 2, 3, go. All right, the new guy beat it that time. Just for a quick reference, we'll just do the 3/8 alone. That was pretty quick. I actually felt quite a bit more beans too with the additional bit of juice there. So battery, you know, battery output is going to matter on that, I guess. But man, that's nice. Let's go ahead and take this wheel off. I gotta get my wheel weights taped up. Got these Nankangs on here. We'll start bleeding the brakes. Gonna put some fresh Castrol SRF in the car. Cause yeah, Laguna Seca today, it is heavy on brakes in turn 2. I call that turn 2 Laguna Blue, where it turns your calipers from kind of this color, I mean, to basically that color right there from all the heat. So yeah, we are running G-Lock R18 brake pads and 034 Motorsports 2-piece J-hook rotors and Nankang CRSs. So should be a fun day. I'm gonna throw some brake fluid in this thing. This guy right here has been my absolute go-to for just small stuff like changing brakes, just getting into tight places, you know, getting behind a wheel, you know, getting to something like this, you know, with the right socket or whatever. It just gets you into a lot of tight spots that a bigger impact, you know, it can be a little bit harder. And with basically double, I think this one was like 250 foot-pounds of nut busting, and now we got 550. I might be able to do pretty much everything with this, which is really awesome. And yeah, I'm gonna be using this thing a lot more now, just because of that. And then the new pack out, I mean, dude, I'll pretty much have everything right here. So I'll end up taking this to the track with me as well, because it's just so simple. And then that's super simple to have all these sockets up to 24. I mean, we can do a lot of like suspension stuff as well, which is great. That's when you're gonna need those larger sockets a lot of the time. And the fact that it goes up to 24 millimeter, I think that was fairly similar to what my 1/2 inch set did. So, you know, I can kind of ditch the 1/2 inch stuff and go back to 3/8, which is really nice. While I'm at it, we'll, you know, not only just make this a Milwaukee video, but we'll show some brake fluid that I use. This is Castrol React SRF. This is the absolute best brake fluid you can buy. I only recommend this. Some people use like Motul 660. I recommend this. Never had any issues, and this stuff gets hot. This stuff has the highest boiling point, the highest wet boiling point as well than any other stuff. So this thing does a 518 degree Fahrenheit wet boiling point, which is like unheard of, which is really awesome. So we use that. I use my pressure bleeder right here. I got my capture can for the fluid. I got a little check valve just because I can throw it on here. We're gonna go ahead and grab the bleeder screw, and I'll throw down some cardboard just for drip. So this brake bleeding set right here, these are pass-through. These work absolutely amazing. I forget what size I use. Maybe it's 11 millimeter or something like that, because this one looks the most used. But it goes on the back of the bleeder. It actually has an O-ring that, of course, is ripped on the inside of there. Maybe I can swap it with the other one because I've used it the most. And then you can see it has the nipple out on the other side, so we can make a complete seal. And then you can rotate this and never have to, you know, break contact with the seal on the bottle. So for our catch bottle, it's really nice. Literally just goes over just like this. And then we could crack it. Like I said, we can change the location, which is cool. So just like that. Capture bottle, just put it over the nipple, put our little zip tie there so it's nice and tight. This little guy off, this is just the cover, the Chinga on this. These little guys just pop off. Pretty straightforward. You can pull the plastic off and then I can get to my brake reservoir. We'll screw this guy down. Want to make sure to pressurize the system first before I put in any fluid. So I'm just going to go ahead and pump this up. Make sure we can get up to, what, 15 PSI real quick. And I'll put the fluid in. We can start bleeding with that. It looks to be holding, which is great. Now this stuff's very abrasive, so you want to make sure you do not get it on your paint. So it will eat away paint, bubble it up. It's nasty. Brake fluid is super corrosive. So we'll get it tight. We'll get this bad boy pumped up to 15 PSI. Stuff to go in. We just do that, lock it down. We're good to go on the back. Now we can start cracking. Currently I have 0 fluid in my catch can. This way. See how we can kind of do that. And then we bop it until we start getting some fluid coming out. Now this one is leaking a little bit, which sucks. So I went ahead and just put my 12 on there because it cracks and seals a lot better. You can see there is a little bit of bubbles right there, but that should just be what was basically in the line, hopefully. If we're seeing any bubbles coming out like between right here, that could have been some trapped air, like those little guys. So definitely, you know, time to do this. We're gonna let this fill up probably, you know, to about here. The brake fluid looks nice and clean, which is good. You can see it already starting to fill up here, but we'll let it fill up and kind of change color. That way we make sure that we get most of the fluid out of the lines and fresh fluid in the calipers. No bubbles in the line at all. We're looking through this. It all looks very clean. And you can see I transferred about that much brake fluid. So that's usually good for the rear. And then we do start at the very back corner. So this is the passenger rear. We are then gonna go driver rear, then passenger front, then driver front. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. I'm gonna do this on the rest of the wheels. So I'll kind of show the difference here on how this third mode works here. Now we are in mode 3. We're on drive. This should be the fastest on, right? And it doesn't really stop. You can hear that was all me. Now I'm gonna put it in a neutral, double click. We're gonna go to that fastener mode. Let's see what happens. Slower, and then it stops. So that's letting us to snug it down. So it is a bit slower, and you can see like the one I already did. That's all we get. Now if I want to bust it off, and it goes slow on the way off. So pretty cool there. I'll go back to mode 3 because I like that speed. If you're just, you know, scared of hitting stuff, don't think you can limit yourself, you know, that's a good mode to use there, and it's pretty cool. This thing is so lightweight. I can't really tell if these have a different weight to them. They both feel very light. I mean, I would assume the 1/2 inch would be a little bit heavier here than the old version. This one maybe feels a little lighter, but like I said, it's 3/8. I actually do have 3 bars on this one now, and still 4 bars on this. So that battery was a little bit low even. We'll go ahead and flip batteries around for the next test. Come on, get off there. Man, the lockup on this is tight. Why is that? Oh, okay. Guess it's just got to break in. But yeah, let's go to the next tire. I didn't notice this before, but Milwaukee sent out this new red lithium high output CP 2.5. I thought this was just like a normal one, but they're saying 24, wow, can't read. They're saying 25% more power and runs 25% cooler than just a standard red lithium CP. So most of mine are red lithium and they do not have this high output on there. So I think recently I got a high output 5 amp, I want to say. I don't know where the heck I put it. Yeah, that's always great when you see new battery technology. And one thing I really love about Milwaukee Tool is that they stick with the same, you know, same platform on this battery technology. You know, they're not just saying, hey, here's a new battery, oh, and buy all these new tools. They're really sticking to that standard design on when they get new, you know, battery styles or new technology, and you're really just able to build your collection, which is very nice. Yeah, I guess I had another one right here, high output. I'm just kind of looking over what I have. See, this is just a regular red lithium CP 2.0, you know, XC 5.0 on the, this is a anti-grease one, or this one's made for automotive, which is that little guy right there, that little symbol at the end, that shield. Yeah. See how that's just a regular XC 4.0. Besides that, also the coating on the outside of the battery is different. You can see how this one has more of a shine. This one feels kind of rubberized. Oh, and I just realized that's not plugged in. I need to plug that in. All right, all torqued down. Ready for the next. One more time on this. We're on mode 3. Let's see how fast this goes. One was on a little bit tighter. Do a battle again. Off and off. These are both on mode 3. So the 1/2 inch one on that one, these lug nuts are on quite a bit tighter. Just got my wheels done at the tire shop, which means nothing. It really means nothing. They could have torqued these to whatever the hell they feel. It was pretty similar on that one for speed, but you know, the main thing is that this thing should be able to do more jam. So that is cool. Get this one off. We're running 285 30R18s, which is a little bit shorter than I'd like to see. And then you guys probably never get to see this, but this is curb rash on the inside of a wheel. This is where you get it when you're going fast. This is from track, dropping a wheel off track. So inside of the curbing, hopping curbing, that's what it does to wheels. So just kind of keep that in mind. That part's a little sharp right there. But yeah, that's what happens. I don't have any curb marks on the outside, but on the inside, it's definitely not the prettiest, and that's where I tend to crack wheels. So filling that one up, probably get just to about the top of that line. I want to try this out on a different mode. So obviously we did mode 3. We did the fastener release. We got the number 1. Let's try 1 on this. One does not have enough bolts to take it off. Number 2, 2's no problem, right? We'll try another one on number 2. It's warmed up and it's good to go on number 2. Let's try number 3 again, just so I can show you the difference on that. Now obviously, this all depends on how tight these lug nuts were, but I usually torque them to about 90. I'm not sure what the tire store did, because I just got these tires mounted. So yeah, I got some scrubs, but I got one brand new one. So I traded 3 AO55 slicks for these wheels and tires, because my Time Attack series doesn't allow me to run these tires anymore. So we got 2 bleeders here. Down to the last wheel here. I don't remember if I busted these off with the nut removal style where it slows, so it'll impact fast and then it'll slow down. See how it gained? I don't know if you heard that. It's a really nice, it's a nice mode. And then see, it's nice and slow when it doesn't have a load on it. So you can double tap and you can slow it down, run it off quickly or slowly. So pretty cool. It's kind of like a smart logic in that thing. Pop this tire off. Get these last 2 ones going. There. Worked out really good. I really like mode 3 is pretty much what I'm primarily gonna leave this on. But yeah, overall, what an amazing tool from Milwaukee Tool. 3/8 stubby. They also make it in the 1/2 inch as well. I went with 3/8 because I end up using 3/8 a lot more. I found that stubby and 1/2 inch, I ended up like putting an adapter for 3/8 on it a lot for doing smaller stuff. And look at this. we have a little spider. Yeah. Gotta get rid of that. So, yeah. So overall, great tool from Milwaukee Tool. Highly recommend. And I'll be putting this thing to the test even more and more. Thanks for watching, guys.